Hopefully they'll get it under control.
Good morning. I'm Deborah Rodriguez with the CBS World News Roundup. President Trump is offering a rare criticism of Vladimir Putin after overnight strikes on Kyiv. In a Truth Social post, Mr. Trump calls it very bad timing and urges, let's get the peace deal done. Correspondent Holly Williams.
Russia killed Ukrainian civilians again last night, hitting residential areas, according to Ukrainian officials. At least 9 people lost their lives. Diplomacy won't work here, said Oksana Bilazir. There simply aren't words to express what a monster Vladimir Putin is. But President Trump said yesterday that he's not taking sides.
I have no favorites.
In the more than 3 years since Putin started this war, the U.S. has supported Ukraine with over $100 billion in aid. But now the White House says the president's patience is wearing thin as he pushes a peace plan that reportedly involves excluding Ukraine from NATO membership, freezing the fighting close to the current front line, and recognizing Crimea as part of Russia.
China is refuting President Trump's claims the two countries are talking in a bid to lower the U.S. new 145% tariffs. Beijing says if Mr. Trump really wants to resolve the issue, he should cancel them. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
Trump's moves come after weeks of global economic instability. This week, the CEOs of top retailers Walmart and Target privately warned the president tariffs could disrupt global supply chains and result in empty shelves in the coming weeks. And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent sought to calm nerves by telling a meeting hosted by J.P. Morgan Chase there will be de-escalation with China. On Wednesday, addressing leaders in international finance, he said the U.S. is merely trying to rebalance global trade.
America first does not mean America alone.
But while President Trump says there's been direct contact daily between the U.S. and China on trade,
据我了解,
this morning China's Ministry of Commerce pushed back, saying any claims about the progress of China-U.S. trade negotiations are groundless, as trying to catch the wind and have no factual basis.
12 Democrat-controlled states are suing the president to try to stop his tariffs, among them Arizona, whose Attorney General Chris Mays calls them insane and illegal.
I will not stand by while the federal government imposes policies that harm our economy, violates the Constitution.
Tensions are escalating quickly between two nuclear neighbors. Pakistan says it'll cancel visas for Indian nationals, suspend trade, and close its airspace after India suspended visas for Pakistani nationals following an attack by gunmen in Kashmir that killed more than 24 people, most of them tourists. A militant group claimed responsibility. Pakistan has denied any connection. Pope Francis lies in state at St. Peter's Basilica for a second day, and so many are lined up to see him, the Vatican kept the doors open all night. Correspondent Seth Doan is there.
The masses today came in the form of the hushed faithful, inching closer to have their moment with Pope Francis. Sarah Borchers from Cincinnati and her family waited in line for 5 hours.
How has it struck you?
There's almost a sense of uncertainty. We don't know who's going to be elected Pope next.
That's what cardinals meeting daily are starting to discuss.
Officials in Ocean County, New Jersey say a 19-year-old sparked massive flames by setting fire to wooden pallets. CBS's Nikki Baptiste.
A growing wildfire in southern New Jersey, sending plumes of smoke above neighborhoods in Ocean County, has left some people who live there on edge, including Amy Zettel, who was allowed back home after an earlier evacuation order.
It's a nerve-wracking feeling. It's unsettling just because we could go back home. I didn't even put any of my stuff back in the house. It's like in the garage in bags just in case.
While firefighters are finally starting to get control of the blaze that quadrupled in size in the span of 24 hours.
It's 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, it's 49 degrees in Napa, California. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess the glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dashcam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that